Hi, everybody. It's the Fleece and Harmony gang. And this is episode 196. What are we going to do for episode 200? I don't know. We have to think of something. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're recording on March 31st. And I'm Kim.
I'm Betsy.
Simone, and we're the Fleece and Harmony gang, and we're recording this Woolcast in our yarn shop that's in our woolen mill on our sheep farm in Belfast, Prince Edward Island, Canada. Yay! And so it will be released on April 3rd. So that's important because we're going to do some time traveling with some of the things that we're going to talk about today. So I know you're at April 23rd, but we're on March 31st, and we're going to talk about a knit-along that
April
actually
3rd.
has...
They
April
better
3rd.
not be at April 23rd.
Oh, yes, sorry. Did I say 23rd?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe I just heard it.
April 3rd. All right. So what would we say about the farm update? Well, we're not going to talk about the weather
Spring
this time.
is trying.
Spring is
trying.
trying really, really
It's
hard.
making a real honest effort.
Yes, it is, but not quite doing it. Good effort. Is there an A for a good effort? I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway,
E for effort.
E for effort. Okay. Anyway, but it is as it's been like snowing one day, 10 degrees Celsius the next day, freezing rain, snowing, 10 degrees, and so it's all over the place. But
spring on PEI.
Yeah, exactly. But the good news is, I think we did our little calculations and everything that we have enough hay to feed our animals until the grass starts to grow, because there's actually, even though it's very unpredictable, the weather, the grass is actually already starting to green.
Yes, it is greening.
Yeah, my rhubarb is coming up. We found some little shoots in my garden, in the flower bed. Yes, yeah, exactly. Wow. So it's coming. So
the pussy willows are out.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Oh, look, see how excited we were?
As a kid, I love those.
I know.
Honestly, they were my pets.
Yeah.
I was never allowed kitties, but somehow I transferred in my mind that a collection of pussy willows was my kitties.
Yes, they are hopeful and lovely. Mm-hmm. Yes. So when you're watching this, it's Good Friday, actually, for those of us who recognize that. So we're all going to be at home relaxing because the shop is closed, of course, and so that's it. We'll be knitting, probably. Yes.
This comes out at 2:30. Oh yeah, there's a good chance I'm knitting.
Yes.
Yeah. Or snacking.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Yes, exactly. So, well, that's not till Sunday, the chocolate.
Well, sometimes it's a weekend thing.
Oh, okay.
Sunday afternoon's getting a bit late in the weekend to start.
Yeah. So Ken and I have started. We used to love those chocolate bars, those really thick chocolate bars that had the hazelnuts in them. We used to eat those all the time. They're like big ones. Like you get them at the grocery store.
Oh, okay. I know which one.
Lindt. They're Lindt or whatever, and other Cadbury makes them, I think, as well. And I haven't had one of those forever. And when we were at the grocery store, this is why I don't go to grocery shopping. Ken does that. I was like, we should get one of those. And so now we've had one every week.
Oh, okay.
Because we love them. So anyway, so there's nothing really else. What's going on? Everything is
knitting chocolate.
Yeah, knitting, eating chocolate. Not while knitting.
No. Can't let it melt on you.
No, can't let it melt. But I'm watching this series called The Good Doctor, which is an old series.
Okay.
I think it was like done in 2022 maybe, or something like that. I'm not sure. It might even be older than that. It's by the producer of House, if you will. So it's like a medical
You're
thing.
Into the medicals, eh?
I like it. Yeah, I like it. And it's really, really good. So and luckily I'm just on the stockinette of my sweater, so I can watch TV and do that. So that's been preoccupying my time. What about you, Betsy?
We're watching past seasons of the Amazing Race Canada.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's very Canadian of you.
Yes.
Murdoch Mysteries for us.
Also very
okay. I've watched all those. What is it? There's like 19 seasons.
There's
now?
a lot.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen all of the last ones, so it's all new to me.
Well, I was going to give the pit a try.
Yes.
Because we have Crave, but there's now levels to Crave or something.
Oh.
So we don't pay for like the highest level of it, so they don't let us have the pit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, whatever.
Yeah. Well,
I got over it real fast.
Eventually, it'll get
Exactly.
You'll be able to.
I was talking to Simone the other day, and I was like, maybe I should give that show, what's it, The X-Files, a try. That's how far behind I am.
You should. I love the X-Files.
So I can wait. If I've waited this long for the X-Files, I can wait.
Yeah, right. The X-Files. That was a good show.
Yeah.
We
That's
have
what you said.
on DVD at home.
Yeah, it's a good show. Anyway, so we'll get to the shop update because we actually do have a few things this time.
Yes.
Okay. So where do we start? We're going to start with the Martin Story Heirloom Sampler Knit Along, which is at this time of year, Rowan always has a knit along.
Yeah.
And this time, and it's usually Martin Story. This is kind of a throw size blanket. And it's a bunch of little motifs that are on the blanket. I'm showing a picture of it right now, probably. And the yarn in the last newsletter, we showed the kit to make the original color of the sampler, and we sold out immediately. So then I had to go around and figure out different colors. So I made some substitutions, and then those all sold out. And then I had to change my tact because the background color in the blanket actually requires 5 balls of felted tweed. So I didn't have any more light colors that were suitable for a background. So now we have a kit which is the Heirloom Sampler Dark, because the background is dark and it's on the front, I think. Yeah. So here we go are the colors. So it's 14 balls of yarn. And this will be, it's Seafarer, and that will be the base of the color. And then all of these light shades are contrast for the different motifs. And Scree, which is this very light blue, that's the border. And so there's two balls of that. And they did a launch today. So if you're watching this and haven't signed up already for the knit along, you're going to miss the launch video, but that's just kind of chit chat. And they ask Martin questions. It's very interesting, but they ask him questions about the design and his motivation and things like that. But the actual pattern releases don't start until April 22nd. So you still have time to buy the yarn. And we're offering $30 off the regular price of the yarn. And the kit does qualify for free shipping in the contiguous US and North America, I should say. If you're in Alaska or Hawaii or not non-contiguous, then you will have to pay, or in Europe, you will have to pay shipping if you want to order it from us. But other than that, that's it. So it's a pretty good deal because there is a bundle on the Rowan website that you can order, but it's in US dollars. So for Canadians, it's not a deal.
No.
It looks like a deal. Our kit is $250 with free shipping, but the one you just have to be aware that when you shop on the Rowan website for the yarn, it's actually in US dollars. So we'll do a little bit better for you. Anyway, so and then Simone and Betsy have thought that it would also be nice in 2 colors.
Yes.
Yes. So do you want to introduce?
Sure. So Simone kind of had the idea. I was looking at it thinking, oh, I wonder if I want to do this in a Betsy colorway. And so I was fussing around with colors. And then Simone had the idea to make it kind of like that porcelain. So like where you have kind of the blue and the white colors to it. And then that, of course, launched us into, to just do it in 2 colors, what combinations could we do?
Right.
So if you do want to go kind of with that traditional I'm going to say I've seen it in Scandinavian porcelain. I've seen it on English china.
Yeah.
I've seen it as well, the white and the blue, or I think, yeah.
In
I want to say
Netherlands
it's
as
called
well.
Charlotte.
Delft. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the China pattern I'm thinking is called the Charlotte or Queen Charlotte. Or anyway,
Oh.
someone will know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were thinking that with these two here.
Okay.
This one is 201.
So that's Iris, and this is Alabaster.
197.
Yeah.
So there's those.
Nice.
Then if you wanted to go something a little bit more lower contrast.
And I should say you're going to need to buy these balls separately. It's not, there's
not a kit.
Not a kit.
That's right.
So,
Yeah, these are sold
yeah.
separate. And so then this one here, it's still kind of those classic colors. There's also the China set, I think, that does the red with the little motifs on it as well. So this one's kind of reminiscent of that. And it's 187, which I think is tawny.
Yeah.
And 225 dust.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Oh, no.
Maybe not. Dusk is the dark.
It's 225. Yeah. The number is 225.
Well, I'll put a title down here.
Yeah. And then this one, let's go with this one first.
Yeah.
Again, another low contrast.
Yeah.
If you want to go with the greens. This one is 184.
Celadon.
And this one is 158.
Pine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remembered those.
Yeah.
I'm
you had them
It's
in
funny
your,
as we say, we all
vest.
know the ones that we've worked with.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
And then for something just kind of really a little different, but a nice, beautiful pop of color. And I think still very classy.
Yeah.
And I'm picturing like on the back of a couch or something where you just want that splash of color. You could do 161.
Yeah. Which is avocado.
And 159.
Which is carbon.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to just have two different colors and you don't want to have all the different, you could do that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So when you buy the 14 balls, we did a little discount. So now I'm rethinking that. So you'll need one less ball. Is that what we're thinking?
We don't know
do we
for
need
sure.
14?
If you really want to be safe and not worry about it at all, I would stick with getting the 14 balls.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you, I'll do something on the website that you'll get the discount on these two color ones as well. So
Nice.
I'll figure out how to do that. So that's it. So it's a really, really cute.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
Completely, I mean, they've called it a sampler, so it's very much obviously inspired by the cross stitch samplers that are out there. And the little motifs that are coming. Will they have seen a picture of all the motifs, or are they keeping that a mystery?
No,
Okay.
I have. I'll put it up here.
Perfect. So as you can see,
yeah,
it's delightful. I think it looks like a lot of fun.
And they're always fun. Those you've done a couple of them.
I did the snowflower one for sure. I think that's actually, you started the blanket, the Christmas blanket ages ago.
I tried to do a double knitting.
See, and that one was done in squares, right?
Yes.
Like patches. This, I'm fairly certain, because I was looking at the edging, will be knit in the round, and then you'll probably steek. And then you'll...
Oh, really?
That's what I'm thinking. Don't you think?
Okay, I don't know.
Okay. Even if it's not, that's totally how I would knit it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is, because it looks like the edging is folded over, so it's probably encasing the steeks is what it's doing.
Well, we'll find out. So you can
either
sign
I'm right
up,
or I'm wrong.
Yeah, so you can sign up on the Rowan website, and it's the Heirloom Sampler, and I'm assuming that they're still accepting signups because the actual knitting doesn't start until the 22nd of April. And there will be 8 releases. It goes for 8 weeks, so there'll be 8 pattern releases. There's 7 motifs, and then the last release is the making up of the blanket.
And when I did the snowflower, I had no problem staying caught up. This one might be a little bit more knitting, but I'm thinking if I were to cut my snowflower open, it's probably not a whole lot more knitting than.
Because I think you said you used the same amount of yarn.
Yeah. If it wasn't 14, it was 12 balls.
Yeah.
But we didn't have to do an edge.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
And so this is the registration for the knit along is free, so you don't have to pay anything for that. It's not like some of their workshops that they do. That's free, so you can sign up on the Rowan website. And we're here to help you if you want to buy your yarn from us. So that's it. And they're always pretty good. Did you do any of the community? Because they also have 2 Zoom
I did
meetings
pop in on one of them. I think I'm not so great at those. I feel really awkward sitting there on.
Me too. And what they've done in previous knit-alongs is they will release that as a video in the hub. So you can go back and rewatch it if you would like.
The Zoom?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because I think they have usually a host from Rowan who's there with you. Martin Story is not at every one of those. No. He comes, I think, to the final. He did in the past anyway. Came to the final sort of like finale party kind of thing. Right. Yeah. And the one that happens today, he's probably on that. Yes. As the launch. Or it's pre-recorded. Yes. Yeah, so okay. Yeah. I don't blame them. They got to keep their celebrity status.
Yeah.
Can't be too accessible.
Yeah. So what will happen is every week for 8 weeks you'll get a pattern release, or sorry, every week for 7 weeks you'll have a pattern release, and then there's the final release, which is the makeup. And there's 2 Zoom meetings within that you can join the community and have fun, which is seeing what other people are doing, knitting and everything. So
they also have a Facebook group along with it as well.
Yes. Okay, so it's fun.
I think what appeals to me about these types of setup is, as these 2 very much know, I'm very task driven, and I love like goals. And so the fact that I know another release is coming, it just drives me on to finish that week's assignment.
Yeah, exactly. Great. Okay, so then we're deep in planning and getting ready for the Q2 collaboration with Sarah Kelly from Grey Owl Knits and Firefly Notes. So the pattern that we decided to support on this one is mine, which is, as I said in the last episode, is based on the seagulls that were in Finding Nemo. And we have kits that you can buy for, it's the socks, right? No, the beanies. Sorry, beanie.
And it's a fingering weight beanie.
Yes, so there's 2 beanies in the pattern selection for mine, and one is a DK and one is a fingering or something like that. So it is we're doing the fingering one, and Betsy has dyed a special selection of Wild Winds for that. Is it sock or Wild Winds? Wild Winds. Yeah. Okay. I'm going off the cuff. And we will have sweater kits available as well. And
that is on Selkirk worsted.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, because the pattern for the sweater is actually DK, but our worsted is light, so you can easily manage that. Sarah is giving a discount that has started by the time you watch this, and so there's a discount on the pattern with a code, which I will share here, and that is ongoing until, I think she does it until the end of April is the cutoff date, but I'll put all the information under here. And she's giving the discount for the patterns on all the patterns that have the mine motif. Yes. So there's a sock pattern, there's the sweater pattern, and there's 2 different hats.
And a cowl.
Yeah. Okay. So you can use that code to get the discount on all of those other things. So
I just want to say, for those of you who are not coast dwellers.
Yes.
And the only seagulls you've ever met are the parking lot rats.
Oh, okay.
The seagulls on her hat are the beautiful coastal seagulls.
Yes.
So when we moved to Prince Edward Island, and I started running into these beautiful, like, gray
dove
and
gray,
white birds that looked like seagulls, but they were so healthy and plump. And I was like, what is this bird? Yes, I'm not lying, because the first place we pulled into was a parking lot to park the trailer and get some food.
Yeah.
And so I started watching, and then I realized after a while, these are just seagulls that are actually eating what they're meant to eat, not French fries.
Have you ever seen the babies?
No, I have not.
Seagull babies are unbelievably cute.
Oh,
they're
I don't think I've ever seen them.
And they're spotted.
Nice.
Oh. So they're like kind of a lighter powdery gray with like darker spots.
I've only knew before I got out here was the like Walmart parking lot rats.
Yeah.
And then on occasion at the Great Lakes, you'll see them, but they're still, the cities are too close. So or like they're people beaches, so they're eating French fries and burgers and not mussels and fish,
what
what
they're
they
supposed
should
to.
be eating.
Yeah.
So they're just so lovely.
And we have several different kinds.
Yes.
Yeah. So
That's-
there's
there's
different species or breeds or whatever.
Because there's definitely the traditional like white and gray that I see all the time, but there is a slightly larger one, and we've had fun. They were in the parking lots, but still, I was sitting at the Indigo parking lot, and there was a whole flock of them that were the white ones. And this gray guy, he wanted to join them, and they weren't like telling him he couldn't, but they also weren't being very welcoming. They were keeping like 5 feet of distance between him and the others. And then every time a car would come by, the white ones would all get up. They wouldn't fly. They'd just run to a different spot. And he'd kind of like look around like, guys. And then he'd like go catch up. And I was like, oh, this guy is not with it. Not with the party here.
They can be saucy too. So there's a little island in a cluster of islands outside of Murray Harbor. It's called the Murray Islands. And there's one, I don't know the real name of it, but we call it Seagull Island. It's basically a glorified sandbar.
Right.
And there's muram grass and stuff on it. Anyway, we decided to canoe out there because we wanted to see the baby seagulls.
Yeah.
And they're adorable.
Yeah.
They're like run around and they bump into each other. And they're like little dodo birds. They're really stupid, but they're really cute. But the adults dive bomb you.
Because they don't want you
so
there.
we didn't get too close.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to disturb them, but it was really fun to watch them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cute.
Yeah, I don't know where the parking lot rats have their babies. You don't really see that. very often.
Well, they're probably not really parking lot rats because you mean when you're not in the coastal area?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They must find some
the garbage dump.
Yeah, I don't know. They tuck them away or...
But here in PEI, I don't think you're any further. The furthest point you would be from the coast would be what, 30 kilometers or 30?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure here they're all coastal dwellers.
They're all
We joke that you drive 20 minutes in any direction, you're going to hit a beach.
Yeah.
Because it's almost true.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I have another story now.
Oh,
So
Betsy.
when my daughter first started learning to drive, there was an evening that she had just got her license on her own, and she went out and it was raining quite a bit, and I knew she was going down some back roads to take a friend home, and I was like, oh no, like what happens if her GPS kicks out and she doesn't know like where she is, like and she'll get lost? And Matthew's like, you do know we're on an island.
Yeah.
She drives straight for any direction, and well, hopefully if she hits the ocean, she'll stop.
Yeah. It is kind of tough to get lost.
Or notice that you're on the ferry or driving across a 15-minute bridge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I suppose you could just keep going around in circles on old clay roads.
True. Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
some of
You
those
could.
are
Like a little gooey this time of year.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, all of that to say is that the mine knit along is starting and on April 20th.
Yes.
So we will be shipping out. We'll do pre-sale this week, and also we have. I said in the last episode as well. We do have the the little tins from Firefly Notes with some shell stitch markers in them, 5 stitch markers, and the tin is the whale because she didn't
People
have a
really
seagull.
appreciated your whale impression last time.
Yes, I did a good job, didn't I?
We had some comments. It was funny.
Yeah.
Practically related to Dory.
Apparently, I was spot on.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know what kind of whale it was in was it a humpback?
I don't know.
Because I was
It's been a long time since I
I
watched
was
that movie.
I was doing a humpback impression.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's going to be fun. And in my projects, when we get down to our projects, I am just loving the bunny wishes, and I'm sure that mine will be just as fun to do. She's just such a great designer.
She is.
Yeah, she really is. Sarah Kelly from Grey Owl Knits. She's got a huge catalog now.
Yeah.
So yeah, and her pattern writing is impeccable, and it's just really fun. And my bunny wishes is on a fingering, but the mine sweater is actually in like we said, it was it's
Like DK.
DK. Yeah, exactly. So all right, so that's that. And then oh yes. Okay. So we have a special batch.
Mm-hmm.
And it is lovely.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that one, Simone?
Sure.
Okay.
So we decided that we were going to, we were inspired by Roberta, actually. Our friend Roberta is doing this Beautiful, beautiful shawl called Festival of Stitches. It's a mosaic knitting shawl pattern, and we just totally fell in love with it.
Yeah.
So we just kind of percolated a little bit. And we had some beautiful locally grown alpaca that was sitting there waiting for something special. So we decided that we were going to do a 2-ply fingering weight alpaca yarn with this shawl in mind. So we finished spinning the first batch, and it is really, really nice, even if I do say so myself.
Because Simone did this thing. Not by hand.
No.
But
it's just funny, you know?
I have to say, every step of the way, when it was on the fiber separator, and then it was on the carder, and then it was on the draw frame, I would come in and I'd say, what is this? It was the alpaca. It was like, you could even tell that it was going to be great when when it was being processed, and it turned out lovely.
The only perk I want to emphasize is when she says locally grown, they're PEI alpacas, baby.
So
we've got PEI wool with PEI alpaca.
That's right. And it's just it's really, really beautiful. And Simone decided to spin it as a lighter yarn. It's a fingering. It's a fingering. So we're going to call it, we did have an alpaca yarn that we did in special batches a couple of years ago that was called Argyle Alpaca. And we want to call this one Argyle Alpaca as well, but we're going to say Argyle Alpaca Fine, not to be confused with the old one. So if you have Argyle Alpaca in your stash already, this is a different weight. So it's
2-ply instead of 3, and it's a fingering weight instead of a DK.
And you can't buy it yet.
No.
So this is just a big old tease.
So the tease is that we're going to do what we did with the Iona Bunny the last time, is that it will be featured on next week's newsletter. So that will be, I'll put the date down, Friday, whatever, April something or other. And that will be, so actually I can do it the 10th. It'll be April 10th, but that will be available first to newsletter subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed to the newsletter, you can do that from our website on the online shop down in the lower right hand corner. And you just subscribe there, and then you'll be all set when the newsletter goes out on April 10th at 2:30 Eastern time, and the Argyle alpaca yarn will be available then to purchase. Right. So I think that's it. Is that it?
For a shop update,
Exactly. Okay. So now what we're wearing, and Betsy, your projects are up first, so we'll let you go. We'll just go through the line.
I am wearing a good old favorite that I wear in the mill quite often. It's perfect for those like in between seasons.
Right.
So it's actually usually always warm in the mill, but it doesn't start that way first thing in the morning, especially in my room. Where it's a garage door that we open to just keep things ventilating. So if it's January and the wind is blowing in the right direction, it's quite cold. But as the season moves on, it gets warmer. And as soon as I fire up the vat,
the dye vat,
it gets toasty. So I like to have something I can throw on and off. And then as we get to the warmer weather, this works perfect. So it is made from Briggs & Little. And I was inspired by, the same old hiking jacket pattern as always, out of the somewhat silly, but also very practical book, Knits Men Want.
You used it a lot.
I have, and the only the one pattern, and I've used it many times.
Modified it.
It's a really basic piece that it's pieced. The pattern is pieced, but I find the sizes are just very reliable. And also he wrote it in a way that he gives you multiple gauge options. So I can use it for whatever yarn I have. I don't have to worry whether the gauge matches. I just do a gauge swatch and then go on those numbers.
And you're using that pattern like a recipe now.
Absolutely.
Because you've done variations of it.
I've changed that. Because I think I've only once have I done it with the actual original texture down the side.
Oh, is there texture down
there
the
is.
side?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's just like a reverse stockinette section.
Oh, okay.
And if you really want, I think the actual pattern probably done best, Andrea Doig from Fruity Knitting did it.
Oh, was that the pattern that she used
for
for
Andrew's
that?
hiking jacket?
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where we got originally inspired.
Yeah.
And then I've just taken it from there and made it multiple times.
Yeah. Oh,
and the
cool.
back of my vest does have color work motifs that I told Kim I do regret a little bit that I kind of like ran out of steam and just went striped on the front. But it means I never get to see the motifs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other
We
people
appreciate
do,
them.
Yes, we'll have to take a picture to remind people
sure.
what they are later.
Sure. Sounds
Okay,
good.
excellent. Okay, and I'm wearing my Maya sweater, which is out of the Nordic Knitting Primer. And this was actually done bottom up because that's the pattern in the book. But she has adapted the pattern for top down version as well. So you can get that on Ravelry. You can only get the bottom up one in the book. But I just love this sweater.
You
Yeah.
do. You go
It fits
on
you really
and on
well.
about it every time.
I know,
Yeah.
I know, and I don't actually wear it that often, but it's hanging in the shop most of the time. But every time I put it on, I think, oh gosh, I love this. It just turned out perfectly. Like it was perfectly. It's just it fits the right fit. And I was a little bit afraid while I was knitting it because I did wash and block a swatch. But this is the sweater where I learned you just need to trust your swatch because I was terrified the whole time I was knitting it because it looked like it was going to be really small when I was, but it's in Selkirk worsted and our yarn actually gets, when it's knit up, your piece widens, but it goes shorter as well. So I took all of that information and especially when I was doing this, I have really thin kind of limbs, arms and legs, and when I was knitting the sleeves, I was like, oh boy, because it seemed like it was going to be really small, but they just fit perfectly. So
It's one of those sweaters that makes you feel more like yourself when you're wearing it.
Yeah, that's nice. And I did a low contrast on purpose. I wanted something low contrast, and it's purple cone flower in Selkirk worsted and aster. And there was a customer that just finished one inspired by the low contrast. I'll show a picture of it, and she used clover and
sea spray.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up.
I'm
again.
digging,
I put it in,
but I'm not finding it.
Would it be clover and dune grass? No, clover and lichen.
I want to say it was clover and lichen.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll say down here, like down. Anyway, it's just beautiful. The work is just gorgeous. And she shared it with us. She sent the picture.
Just kind of go, ooh, as soon as we see it.
Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, exactly. Okay, what are you wearing?
I am wearing my jaunty
Nice.
in hand spun yarn.
Sparkle. Yeah.
So there's a whole lot of Lewis and Jane and Paisley Defender bats that went into this, and it was all spun on my support spindles.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's very cushy, it's comfy, and it's actually pretty warm in here today. So it's the perfect hand knit to wear when you're warm.
Right. And that's the Jaunty by Andrew and Maury.
Yes.
So Betsy and Simone are fans of big time of that.
I've done two so far.
Yeah. They're really fun to
I
knit.
used up all my scraps.
And
So I
that's
have
the
to
great
wait
thing
till
about
but don't worry. All the socks I'm knitting.
Oh my goodness.
Another
Another
Jaunty
jaunty
in
in
the
the future.
Okay. So that's a good segue, Betsy. Let's show us you're up for your project.
So I have
It's
finished
amazing.
my broken record-ish socks. It's kind of, they're amalgamation of a couple of patterns. One from our friend Joanne called Not My Father's Work Socks. So from there, I took her cuff that she did, and I took the toe that she did as well. I love the rounded toe. They're curling in a bit now.
Yeah.
And I just love this little extra piece here.
Yeah.
So these are lovely. I had a little misadventure with them. I had them all done up, and then I was like, "Ooh, okay, I've done enough socks now. I deserve sock blockers." So I ordered some sock blockers. I measured my feet. I have quite large feet for a lady. I put these on the sock blockers. I had a moment of, that feels really stretched. left them there overnight, took them off the next day, tried them on and went, oh no, I lost all my negative ease.
Oh.
What am I going to do? Because I've learned I really like negative ease in socks. So I came to Kim and I was like, Kim, I overblocked these socks. Can I save this? What can I do? And she's like, not to worry, it's wool. Just soak it back in. It'll just right back up. And it did.
Yeah. So this is the second time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then I went just with like a lay it flat, squish it down. Yeah. And so my toes are curling.
And do they fit perfectly now?
They fit. Yes. Absolutely beautifully. So I accidentally did something that made them fit even better. I switched from doing a broken rib pattern here where you do rib every other row to just straight ribbing here. So it kind of goes in a bit tighter. So I just made sure to match it.
I was just going to say, well, and you even did shaping?
Yeah.
Snugs into your ankles just perfect.
Yeah. So, but I learned from that. So I may incorporate that into my pattern. So what I have learned, I think, from this is what they call a vanilla sock is probably not for me, because that plain stockinette, I want something that will just draw that ankle in a little tighter. So I will.
So what you're talking about is here, right? Like in the front, it's plain, it's rib.
This top section here is broken rib. Okay. So you do the 3x1 rib every other round. That you add the purl every other, or how does that work? Now I'm losing my mind.
Whatever. Okay, so it's the broken rib.
You only do the purl every other round.
Oh, and it's down here,
and here
that you
I did
started.
the purl every round. So it's just like regular ribbing would be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it just pulls it in just
right here in this section?
From about here to here.
Okay, excellent.
I made sure to carry it down into the gusset a bit as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Made sure to the second time after I noticed I'd done it the first time.
Yeah, they're really lovely. And this is point prim.
This is point prim, watermelon, autumn birch, and then just a little bit of
natural.
Yeah.
Excellent. And you got your toes done.
I did. Yeah. It took me a little bit. Don't examine them too closely.
No, they look excellent.
I used the Finchley graft, which I really like for technique because it's a little bit simpler on my brain than the Kitchener stitch. But you're doing it inside out. So it is possible to not quite have the right stitches lined up together. So if you look closely, I don't know if it's on this pair or I think it's more on this pair that you can see it.
This looks perfect.
Okay, anyway, there was one that I definitely did not get lined up quite
right.
What
needle are you using on these?
Quite tiny.
It's very
tiny. I like my socks like dense.
Yeah.
2.25, I think I did these ones on. Yeah.
If you had a yarn of this thickness and we're making a sock by machine, this is what you would cut. This is like,
I was comparing all of this to, I wear the men's work socks from Mark's Work Warehouse that are like $11 and have a dribble of wool in them.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of trying to like take the inspiration from that because I wear those all the time. For the size of the... Yeah. Well, not quite the size because they do fit me looser.
No, I mean the size of the
stitching that I wanted.
Wool,
what I wanted.
They're gorgeous. You did such a great job.
Thank you. So I really like that. And I really...
She loves sock knitting.
I do. It's going to keep going. Definitely like a good wool with a little bit of tooth to it for my sock. I'm learning that as I'm trying some different ones. So
I'll like something with a bit of bounce.
A bit of bounce. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
Excellent.
So then I did these ones.
They're so cute.
Yeah. And they are, Simone taught me, they're sister socks.
Sisters, not twins.
Because they're self-striping Croy.
Yeah.
Mexicala, I think, is the colorway from Patton's Croy. But I had already used one of the balls for something else. Yeah. So some of the yarn was gone. So I wasn't starting in the exact same place. And I was really tempted to do massive yarn management. And then I was like, but that'll be so many ends. So the only place that I yarn managed was on the cuffs.
Okay.
So this was the first one I made. Yeah. And it just happened to have the chunk of orange there. Okay. So when I got to this one, I was like, ooh, I'm definitely going to make sure I have a chunk of orange. Yeah. And then other than that, I just let it be. And I used the pattern Hermione's Everyday Sock, which...
That's a good, reliable
thing. Yeah. It's a reliable pattern. There was one question I had to come back to Simone that I didn't quite get that had to do when casting on the heel flap. but it's also possible this pattern has been used so often, it may have been updated since I last downloaded it. So that's a possibility too.
So it feels completely different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
So I love the idea of the Patons Croix or like a superwash for gifting, because I don't have to then worry about telling them how to care for it.
Yeah.
And this stuff was actually, I didn't mind working with this. This had still had a little bit of bounce to it, so I didn't feel like I was fighting it.
Right.
So that was nice.
So, and did you knit this on the same size needles?
No, this is, I think, was a bigger.
Yeah. Okay. So that's why.
Because it is a thicker yarn.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel that too. It's just,
Yeah.
whenever you knit with it, you're like, there's definitely a little bit more grist.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So
because the cuff, I can see.
is just fluffier.
What? Yeah. Yeah. Like it's looser too.
Yes, that too.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely. But they're very joyful.
They are so bright and cheerful.
Very much my colors. This yarn was, so I learned how to knit, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to knit socks. So I asked for sock yarn, not even knowing really what sock yarn was, for Christmas. And my sister and brother-in-law gave me this. And then it sat in my drawer 6 years probably, because I didn't really make socks and I didn't really know what else to do with it. So finally it got turned into a pair of socks.
Yeah.
And cheerful, bright, wonderful socks they are.
So cute.
Pippi Longstocking.
And I'm going to say there's like 2.5 balls in here, I think.
Oh, okay.
In this size.
Okay. Well, they're quite high too.
Yeah, they're long. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's those. So it just kept going. So I also had, sitting in my shelf waiting for me to use, was Turtle Pearl.
Right.
Self-striping yarn. This one is called...
She's from New Brunswick.
Striped Turtle
Yes.
Toes.
Yeah.
And it was given to me by one of you viewers at a festival. I met you at the Arna and Carlos. You made that gorgeous, gorgeous scarf out of the, basically I think all my favorite colors of Rowan Felton tweed.
Yes.
If I can't remember her name, so I apologize, but they're on.
Yeah.
They're
nice.
happening.
Nice.
So this one, because true to me, I've knit 3 patterns now, so who needs a pattern? So this is a recipe. I'm doing a sock recipe. And I'm just doing a 3x1 rib for the moment, and then I'll do my favorite heel flap and gusset, and then my rounded toe.
Right.
And that will be...
Yeah.
The color makes me think of spring violets.
It's so gorgeous.
Yes. And again, machine knitting.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Like absolutely perfect knitting, Betsy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's
I
lovely.
really love it.
Stitch marker is so cute. Is that a
That's
Joanne?
one from Joanne.
Yeah.
I have this thing now of
China.
matching my stitch marker to whatever I'm doing. I want it to kind of match.
Nice.
So
Okay.
then
And you continue.
because I like socks, so then I have to start watching podcasts about socks. And I've run across Summer Lee.
Oh, yes.
Design.
She's got a lot of nice designs too.
And she released recently the Trail Magic sock.
Oh, wow.
With some color work in the cuff. So I was like, I want to do those. It took me a few tries to get the right combination, and she warned me of this, to get good colors here and a speckled yarn that wouldn't overwhelm the cable pattern.
Wow, it's fantastic.
So we took a little family day trip over to Moncton on the spring break, and the girls will tolerate for a little bit. If Mom just says, well, I'll just pop in, I won't be long. So popped into a yarn store over there and picked up it's Ancient Arts yarn.
Right.
And their colorway Tiny Orchid.
Yeah.
So it just has just enough kind of in. And the reason I ended up choosing it is because while I was standing there, the lady suggested that for the cuff, she's like, well, you don't have to use a whole, like, because I was like, do I have to buy a whole 3 skeins of sock yarn to make this little cuff? And she's like, well, no, you could just use like other yarn. It doesn't have to be sock yarn or scraps. And I was like, wait a second. And I remembered that these 3 were sitting on my shelf at home.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, well, then I'll just choose the other color to match what I know I already have.
So what is what are the colors?
These are Cascade 220 fingering. So it is not sock yarn at all.
Right.
But as I'm doing the cables, I suddenly went, my yarn was kind of starting to disappear. And I was like, oh no, I never looked to see what she said the pattern called for. So yeah, my yardage on the yarn I bought was significantly shorter than what she told me I should have.
Oh.
I think she called for a finer and longer.
Okay.
So then I was like, no matter, it's okay. We'll just put a contrast. The original one doesn't have a contrast heel, so we'll just put that in. And then I was like, well, it's 100% wool. There's no nylon or mohair, so we're just gonna double it up. So it's so it's got some thickness. To it.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are lovely.
I am enjoying them so much. My cabling might be, as usual to me, a little tense. But that's okay because I don't mind the negative ease.
No.
So,
yeah. And this is, I recognize is that mallard?
No, it's whatever all, Cascade 220.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all
they're all Cascade 220.
Okay. Yeah. But this is a sock.
That's a sock yarn.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a superwash based 75-25.
Right. Okay.
And I will be honest, the base this is where I learned, because I was like, what?
It's very smooth.
It's very smooth.
Yeah.
But then it lacks bounce.
Oh,
a little bit of bounce. I like a little bit more stretch. There's some there. So there's still some there. And with the cabling, I'm not concerned about its function. Exactly. It's just the feel on the hands is a little bit tougher. And I'm working on quite tight on little needles. Did
a couple of rounds while we were setting up and just popped a Chiago hole.
Oh, in my finger again. Yeah. I have a pretty steady, consistent callus. Yeah. But I don't know, something softened it up. And so it just like the worst. The original pop through is the worst one. Yeah.
Anyway, this just makes you happy.
I love them.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, and she has two options in the pattern. So this is the second option. She also has one where you end up doing a band of color work, a little bit of cabling, two more bands of color work on the foot. I think is where it is. Yeah. So if you're really in love with your color work, you can. So
is this shape just a function of the fact that this is cable and this is color work? So this is a bit looser. Yeah. But when you stretch out to be
on
flat.
My foot, I tried it on, which was a bit of I'm not quite far enough down my arch to. Shouldn't have been shoving a foot in. Yeah. But it all evens out.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely.
Because the cable is just pull in tight. Yeah. So, and I feel like I think
that's a really good design.
I love it because
because of the tightness around, tight but not tight. Yeah. It goes in because of the cable, and then that for your cap.
Summerlee has knit, a few socks.
Yeah. She has a lot of really nice patterns.
Yes, she does, gorgeous. And I think part of, and this happens, right? You tend to fall in love with a designer, at least for me, that also shares a similar color palette that you enjoy.
It's always bright and cheerful.
Yes,
for her
stuff is but not predictable. Yeah, it's bright and cheerful, but she does do some combinations that I go, oh yeah, and I can tell she loves sitting there with all of her yarn colors and moving stuff, and I just love doing that too. Yeah. I can just, that's enough sometimes.
You do that out here.
Yeah. Do it out here in the shop.
Yeah.
Yep. Just when I'm walking by at lunch hour. Yeah. Oh, I can try this one and this one.
Yeah. Nice.
And it's so great too, because anytime we're stuck on colors, we're like, Betsy.
Yeah. Come play.
And I might not be your flavor, and that is totally okay. Yeah. This is what I love about color, is that nobody's right or wrong. Yeah. It's what speaks to you. Yeah. And I've also learned a lot of this from Dear Sue Matton as well. Yes. So it's just great. Yes.
We didn't talk about Sue.
Okay.
Yes. So we'll, we can talk about her now.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I didn't mean.
Yeah, it's okay. It's I meant to actually talk about her in the beginning of the thing, and I forgot. So I thought, well, I'll just talk about her at the end. But since you mentioned her,
I have to say, 75% of my color confidence and working with it with yarn has come from her. So,
yeah. So if you've been following us, and if you're on our social media and everything, you know that Sue has passed away. So it was pretty, since they announced that she had an incurable and fast progressing dementia, it wasn't very long, and then she's passed away. So that was 2 Sundays ago, I think, that it was. It's been like a week and a half or something, and we're just. I don't know what to say. We're just heartbroken. I said everything that I had to say in my newsletter and in the harmony part the last time. And so there's not really anything left to say except that when I wrote in the newsletter last week, I expressed how I think she would want us to be joyful in color.
Yes.
And her legacy will live on in every crochet stitch that is in all of those beautiful blankets that she has. That's her legacy. Yeah. The joy that will bring with all her designs. And the Mercerie is, I have like full respect for her team that she had built, because they must also obviously be heartbroken because she was such a creative force, but they're really doing a great job of respecting and continuing her legacy. Yeah. So it's a really, I'm happy to see that, that she will live on through the Mercerie. So so that's a little, it's a sad note, but I'm really, really happy that they decided to continue on. And there's lots of people, there's been a lot of back and forth with people that have done more than one of her classes, or it's kind of a thing. They're so lovely and well done that you do one and then you want to do the other ones. Yeah, you want to have the projects. All right, so I'll go now. I have my bunny wishes. So look what I did. I put it on a cord with stitch stoppers. Stitch stoppers.
Oh, let me see that. Let me play with it.
Yeah. Oh no. Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
stitch stoppers.
Oh dear.
So anyway, little friendly banter. So here is my bunny wishes. So yeah. I'm really like knitting.
These bunnies match your hair.
Yeah. I love it. So, and I'm really enjoying the knitting too. So let's see what happened since the last time. So I actually did a full block on the yoke when I was finished. I was a little bit concerned that I had a few little bubbles, but they came out more or less. There is a little slight difference in the thickness of the yarn, so that's the navy is kind of popping a little bit. So what I decided to do, I started to notice that when I got to here, and so what I decided to do is I switched hands doing the white bunnies because I wanted to make sure that they were prominent. So that we had a big discussion about color dominance in here about that. So some people say it doesn't exist. Those people are the ones that maybe have perfect tension in both hands or whatever, but that's not me. Yeah. So I definitely have the dominant color. I'm a continental knitter, so I hold my hand in my left, my yarn in my left hand, and the yarn that I have in my left hand is dominant.
Have you always been a continental knitter?
No,
I didn't. Okay,
I was an English knitter, and then a thrower, like actually taking my hand off the needles and throwing, which is not very efficient.
Oh,
so
as opposed to flicker.
Yeah,
I'm a flicker.
Are you?
I didn't know that.
Okay,
I didn't realize there
so
was
fast.
I thought throwing and flicking were the same thing.
No.
Oh.
Well, so it's more the hand that you hold your yarn in. So if it's in your right hand, or
I'm a right-handed flicker.
Yes. Okay. So it's actually, I think because I had the whole conversation about this with Carson Demerits, because he's doing a throwing class, but he's actually not teaching. For me, I actually throw the yarn. I have to take my hand off of the needle, and I wrap the yarn around and then grab the needle again.
Now I understand why there's this thing about a continental knitter will be so much faster.
Yes.
If you're actually throwing, that is time consuming.
Yes.
Okay.
So everybody says throwing, but the throwing is, for me anyway, the English style that I learned was to take my hand off the needle and actually twist the yarn. So that's why you have a lot of movement in your shoulders. So people that are doing that. So that's what I thought throwing was. But when we were having a conversation about this with Carson, he was saying no, he's teaching people that hold the yarn in their right hand to be more efficient. And it's actually technically, I guess, called lever knitting.
Okay.
So that you're not actually throwing, you're moving the needle in your finger.
Like
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. Okay. So that's, yours is a little bit different.
Okay.
Okay. So there's all kinds of different ways,
Strap.
obviously.
Yeah.
But it's the Shetland knitters that's the kind of knitting that he's going to be talking about at the Fiber Festival. And everybody knows that Shetland knitters are pretty fast.
Yes.
But you're doing it without doing it with a knitting belt or a long needle under your arm like some of the traditional knitters in Shetland do. So anyway, all of that to say is that the tension when I'm knitting color work, I do two-handed color work, and my right hand is tighter and my left hand is looser. So for the color work, I want to be looser so it's more prominent. And you can see the difference now that I'm going to point it out is that the top and this chestnut at the bottom is, I switched hands.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
the same yarn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, you can't deny that you have a color dominance.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I just like it much
Yeah.
better. So in all of this kind of frilly, like thicket of the bunny wishes or
Yes.
whatever,
It's just fine.
I wasn't going to take it out.
No.
It's just fine. But you definitely can see the difference.
Yeah.
So
Now,
anyway,
also, is this part blocked?
yes.
Oh, okay.
The
right.
whole thing
So
is the whole thing
was.
blocked.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, so there's a little lesson on that. So that I'm glad that I decided to do it before, because now I've got a big panel at the bottom as well. So I like this better, and I knit. So we've talked about this anytime we're talking about a sweater, we talk about the underarm with the yokes, especially a top down. So I have been trying this one on and blocking as I go, just to make sure. And when I block the yoke, this is done from our Wild Winds yarn, and all of the yarns that we make here, just I guess because of the process that we use, they tend to get wider when you block, but they go shorter. So this Sarah, when she does the design, she makes a raglan, or not a raglan, an underarm. You split for the sleeves when the underarm is quite, what I would say, comfortable, like up under the arm, not like those wide yokes that you have the borderline. Yeah. So the yoke from the neck down to the end of the color work, for my size is 9.5 inches, which is exactly what I would do if I was doing a raglan sleeve as well,
right,
in the other direction. But before I stopped knitting, I washed or soaked and blocked the yoke and in this amount of knitting, it went up by almost 1/2 inch.
Okay.
So I had to keep knitting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was really important.
Yes.
If you're really concerned about the fit and you want to make sure. And then I tried it on again until so you just knit. Now I'm on the straight stockinette panel that is in between these two motifs, the one at the bottom and the one at the top. And the knitting, I was on a 3.25 for the color work. I stayed on a 3.25 until I was at the largest point of my bust, like going, this is kind of sliding down now, but there. And then I switched to a 3 because I like the fabric of just when it's not color work, I like the fabric on a 3mm.
Yeah.
So I'll have a little bit of shaping from that. And as I get down towards the hips, I'll go back to a 3.25.
Right, because I was thinking you'd have to be very careful to mess around with doing any decreases, because you need to be at the right stitch count for your next section
exactly.
of color work.
Yeah.
So
So I actually did that on my Maya.
That's what-
I did decreases and then increases,
okay.
but it's the needle size thing works pretty
As
well
well.
for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's not like I've got a waist that's this.
You're not dropping 8 inches.
No.
Okay.
No.
That's probably a good thing.
More or less a chunk.
That's a good
square. So
You're a
I just want it a little bit tighter, but not that tight. So anyway, so that's this, and I'm loving this. Yeah, and I'm watching TV, and I'm just doing my stockinette, and Simone and I were just talking because we had a little cut there, and I'm actually focusing on my left-handed knitting technique because I knit continental with the left hand, obviously, and I'm working on my speed and keeping a consistent tension. Yeah. So anyway, so that's that. So that's going pretty fast, and I can hardly wait to get in from work every day and knit on it, which is a good sign. I haven't.
That is
I'm
good.
So happy.
Yes.
Did you make any decisions in regards to the neck? Because we had talked about the neck as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I love a folded neck line. And this is a lovely, it's not a cable, it's a twisted stitch rib, basically. And I was thinking that it looks I would like it a little bit more robust. But after I blocked it, it looks better.
I think I'd leave it.
It was pretty kind of floppy before I blocked it. And then once I blocked it, it does stand up pretty well. So
I'm happy to see the amount of neck shaping in there too. That it does actually have a bit of
there's short rows.
That's really good.
There's short rows. That's part of the pattern as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, you can choose to do it or not, but she recommends it.
Choose to do it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So that's that. So and I meant to, before I came on today, I meant to read the how the sleeves join, but I didn't do that. So that'll be a mystery for the next time. So that's it. And you said you had started a sweater.
I haven't started. No, I've just carried on with the DRK Everyday Cardi.
Oh, okay.
And I've also now reached the split for the sleeves, which just feels so much better.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's like
fewer stitches,
almost 200 stitches that I no longer but I no longer have to stitch. So it's just back and forth and back and forth. So there's not really a lot to show.
It's so just soft.
It
is
very cozy.
It is really
and
soft.
This is she's holding together an alpaca yarn
with Cascades yarn.
Yeah,
that Cascade fingering stuff that I had for there. So I just really like it.
Love it. So, and all your adjustments that you made on the underarms and everything, it all worked out perfectly.
It fits.
Oh, good. So that's good.
I mean, it fits to put it on. To really know, I figure I won't know for a bit, but it'll be what it is.
Yeah. All right, Simone, you're up.
All right,
knitting away there.
Yes,
you've already got half a ball knit while we were talking. No,
I had like a little bit of a ball left, so I went and I got my other one and joined it.
This is lovely.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. So this is the Heritage Yoke Cardigan by Gudrun Johnson, and I am knitting it in some Jamieson Smith. It's a little steeked cardigan. So right now,
did you do the steek or did
no? The cardigan calls for it.
They calls for it. Okay.
The only thing that I really changed about the steek is you might not be able to see it, but there's a purl stitch down the middle, so I know where to cut through all this stockinette.
That gives you your track.
Yeah, exactly. So that wasn't written in the pattern. It's just one of the little things that I like to do so that I can see a clear channel.
Yeah. And does that have short rows in the back neck too?
It does.
I was looking at that. Yeah. I've been watching that lately because I feel like the knitting world, in terms of designing, it's time to step that up. So I now look for that, and I might pass a pattern by if it doesn't have that there.
Yeah,
because it just
Yeah.
I cannot do the choking.
But yeah. I'm surprised that you would say that, because you would just do what you want anyway, even if the pattern doesn't say it.
Fine.
So that would not stop you from doing a pattern.
Okay, she's right. It wouldn't.
Yeah. I know you like I knit you.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, without sounding like highly pretentious, I just appreciate when they've taken the time to factor that. I feel like that's like, you need a sleeve on a sweater, you need short rows in the back of the neck.
Yeah.
That's just kind of where I'm at now.
Sleeves.
Yes.
It does just give that little extra minute. It's kind of like the 95% thing that I always used to say, like the blocking.
Yes.
If if you're a good blocker, it really shows.
Yeah.
And it's just, you can't describe the difference, but there's something.
And for those of you, because I know there are some out there, because all bodies are different, maybe short rows is actually not at all what you want and it drops things too low. Okay, so fine. There are situations where the short rows
You might not
work.
But the three of us enjoy our short rows.
Yes, exactly. And we're all different body types.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, just trucking along on this. Making sure that everything's still in place. Yeah, I want to gamble with this. It's sticky yarn. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just continuing on with the body.
It's nice.
I will have some ribbing to do here shortly, and then I can either go on to the sleeves or cut her open, and I think I'm going to cut her open.
Oh.
One of the nice things about doing top down is you can try it on as you go, even though there's steek stitches, because the overlap of the button band will be approximately the same width as the steek stitches.
Okay.
So you know whether it's going to fit well or not. So I've tried it on. I'm happy with it. I'll try it on again whenever I get to the bottom of the ribbing before I do the bind off. And I think I will probably do the tubular bind off because I really like that nice rounded firm edge.
Yeah.
Nice. It makes me happy.
So this, if I recall, this is the one where you were really, you did measurements on the yoke because of your
my stitches.
The way you were knitting and not
Yeah.
happy exactly with the fit.
Yeah.
And stuff.
So I also like my sleeves to come up into my armpit comfortably.
Yes.
I don't really love them low down.
Yeah.
So what I did, because I knew that my my row gauge was going to be shorter than, or fewer rows than recommended.
Right.
I knew I was going to have to modify the yoke to get the armpit in where I wanted to. I can't talk today. So I just ended the color work a little bit short. I still have the same number of stitches. I just reduced the rows, and I split for the sleeves.
So and by what she means, if you look at the pattern, there's more pattern in the written pattern as it was originally done, and you just cut off at an appropriate time and drop the bottom of the.
And I was thinking, after I had done a portion of the stockingette, that I could have continued the color work that I missed out on.
Right. And
then just mirrored it on the sleeves. That would be no problem at all. But I didn't think of it at the time.
Oh.
So I didn't do it. Yeah. So if I do something like that again, I will probably do that. That way I get all the color work fun.
Right.
Because color work goes by a lot faster for my brain than it does than stockingette does. Yeah.
Yeah. You knit you mean it seems like it's faster because you enjoy it, or do you actually knit color work faster?
I don't know. I think I might knit color work faster.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. She's got both her hands involved.
Yeah. I think that might be it, where it just, you go.
Yeah. When you've got a really good pattern that has a rhythm, there's something about that.
Yeah. And this one is like that. So it was easy to kind of like intuit the next section. So I didn't really have to knit, or I didn't really have to look at the pattern too often. So that was really nice. You just kind of go with the flow. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Great.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my, I keep throwing this on the floor. That's my heritage yoke. The next thing that I have is
the Oxbow
Socks. Okay. I did not work a whole lot on these, so
I just love this color combination.
Yeah.
Yes.
Judah loves orange. It's his favorite color.
Yeah.
So orange socks. I'm already working on Christmas presents because they really, really love my hand knit socks, and they wear them a lot. So they're totally knit worthy. So yeah, I'm just working on socks for them, and he loves orange. He has a larger foot size, men's 11. So the foot is going to take a little bit of time, and a little bit more yarn. So what I did is I got two different colors so I can do the contrast. So just a little bit of contrast on the top, the heel, and then the toe. And that way when I go to make another pair for him, I just swap. Yeah, but I'll do a different pattern just to shake things up a little bit. But this is the Oxbow Socks by Andrew Mowry, and it's a 4-row repeat, so it's easy to kind of keep in your brain, and you just knit, 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 knit till it's done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lovely.
So
That's a long foot.
it is
11
11
minutes.
foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kim, tell me all about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a woman's too.
Yeah. Not the same size though. 11 and 11.
Well, they don't call them 11 and 11, but they might be the same size foot when it comes down to it.
Oh,
though.
is it really?
Yeah. I'm about
Is
a
it?
lady's 13. So,
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, okay.
so his
okay.
men's 11 would be my lady's 13.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
had a ladies 11. No. Good. You're steady on your feet.
That was back in the good old days when shopping for shoes was easier.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard to find shoes
Yeah,
outside
I was
of
a
the size.
ladies
range.
11 for quite a while, and then post children when my arches collapsed.
Oh,
Yes.
seriously?
Mine did the
Yes.
same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you
Oh.
carry an extra human on you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
it goes to your feet.
Yeah, it does.
Every day I'm glad I didn't do that.
Every day you learn something new you got to avoid.
Yes, exactly. All right. So you guys aren't selling it, I have to say. The joy comes.
Oh, no.
Yes. Yes. The pregnancy thing seems to work if you can get through that. I don't know. Anyway. What?
We'll just move on to
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. No. So, all right. So,
So-
Simone's got another little fun project.
Yes. This is in pieces right now. It's the Rocketeer Cowl by Maxim Sear.
Yeah.
And it's knit in our Selkirk worsted. So this is going to be a cowl.
Mhm.
It's knit in 2 pieces and then seamed. And then you do an I-cord edging on the
it's
top
really,
and the bottom.
really squishy and nice thing.
He calls for a DK weight, but I don't like to do what I'm told. So I went with my little stash of Selkirk worsted because every time we have a color that appeals to me, I just buy it and I stick it in the stash. And that way later I get to do something like
Right.
this.
Yeah. So what do you have? Fox and kits?
I have fox and kits, I have crow wing, and I have sand.
Yeah. Nice.
So this is the first half complete.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll
And
hold the done one.
Yeah.
I'm working on the second half.
Okay.
Woo, I've got strings everywhere. There we go. So it will join like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it comes around the back. So you're knitting on the bias.
Okay.
It makes it very, very squishy and comfy. And I'm kind of envisioning tucking it in so it's like a doubled over collar.
Yeah. Right.
I already know that this is not going to be my last one. There will be more in the future and probably in hand spun.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
So the pattern is really easy to follow, and after you knit your first one, you could totally go wild with the coloring and striping and stuff like that, as long as you keep the shape similar. And even that, it would be easy to figure out how to make things wider, taller, what have you.
Right.
So yeah, it's a versatile, easily modified pattern.
So it takes 3 colors.
3 colors.
And if you there's 2, you need 2 balls of Selkirk worsted for
The
one
fox
color.
and kits.
So this one and then this. Okay.
Yeah.
And then one of each of the other one.
Yeah.
So
So-
if you had yarn, you're going to definitely need 2 for the
main color.
the main color, which
Yeah.
is this one,
And then one of each.
and then one of each. But are you going to have yarn left? No, not much, eh?
No, so that
Okay.
I'll have to weigh it. I would say it's probably 15 grams.
Okay.
So it's not terrible.
yeah.
And then I'm on to the second fox and kits, and I still have a significant amount of the crowing left, but I'm
Okay.
not done yet. So I
Yeah.
still have to fill in this corner here.
Okay.
And then I'll probably do the I-cord edging in the crowing
Right.
because I like the sturdy black edging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So this is very fun, and it's potato chippy, especially
Mm-hmm.
when you get into the stripy section, because you're like, just one more stripe. Just
Yeah.
one more.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, so
Okay.
fun project, and I highly recommend. It's going to be so cozy.
Yeah. It's very squishy.
And
There's nothing
Now that
like
I'm getting
Selkirk worsted.
older, I need something cozy for the back of my neck. Because I'm not cold, but
Yeah.
the back of my neck is cold.
Oh.
So yeah, I need my little cowls, and I also have a shawl in the back of my chair. And yes, I cozy up in that in the evening.
Oh.
And
Well, I even
Yeah.
notice a significant difference from when I'm at work with my hair up and then when I go down home and let my hair down, then even that is like cozy on my neck.
Oh.
As a kid, I hated my hair touching my neck. So I always have it out of my shirts or out of my jacket or out of my scarf. I couldn't handle it pressed against.
Yeah.
But now I catch myself like putting on my shawls and just leaving my hair tucked in.
Yeah. For extra warmth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh.
last up, I have a new spin that I'm working on.
Wow.
So I have a half a pound of Massam and BFL mix from Bramble Ridge here in Canada. I don't remember what the colorway is called, but I'm really, really loving it.
Well, it seems to be
A theme.
Yeah, so like the rusty browns and yellows, and then I think this is more of a navy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
then
a
there's some more
dark
colors.
mossy green almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So it's really rich, saturated colors. And
Yeah.
of course, it's going to be a
Beautiful.
fractal.
Yeah.
So I've got the first 2 ounces spun. I've got another 2 ounces of this braid that I'm just going to continue on with. And then the second bobbin, I've divided the fiber into 4 sections.
Okay.
And
So
are you
it'll be a
doing
little
this on
faster.
some sort of e-spinner if you're on this kind of style? Okay.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So you have high contrast and then low contrast between the different colors in the dark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, it's very complex and lovely.
it will work well with like a lighter, brighter color. So I was thinking, if I wanted to pair it with something, autumn birch would be a perfect one because it'll pop,
Yeah.
but also kind of blend a little bit with
There's a little bit of that
rusty,
goldy color, but it would
Like
would
that
pop
you would
with the
actually
rest.
ply it with an already...
No, like if I'm going to knit with another
knitting
color.
it. I see.
Yeah.
Because I tend to
Okay.
like to use it with color work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I bought
nice.
the fiber with intention of, pairing it with something
With something.
else.
Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very nice. It has a little bit of luster too, doesn't it?
That's the
That
BFL.
The BFL, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the Massam is fun too. It's like a kind of crispier mid-grade wool. I don't have a ton of experience spinning it. This is only like my second or third, I guess.
Mhm.
And I'm enjoying it. I'm spinning it fairly fine.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah,
Nice.
It should be fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can't hardly wait to see what that turns out to be.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, so
And that is it for
it's
me.
it.
Yeah,
Do
that's
we
it for
have
me.
anything? Those were all the conversations we wanted to have of what we were learning this week.
Yeah.
So, I think that's it. So, I will just say that coming up on April 10th, that the PEI Fiber Festival will release the schedule for the Fiber Festival that's happening in October 1st to the 3rd. And that will be up on the website. The Fiber Festival does have a newsletter. So if you want to sign up for that, you'll get notifications of everything that's going to happen. And so the schedule goes up on the 10th, and then the actual ticket sales start on the 15th. I think it's the 15th. I'll put it down here. So you have a couple days to peruse the schedule and plan your attack mode to get into all the workshops that you want. And so that's really exciting because time's flying.
It is.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
We're almost into April.
Yeah, I know, crazy. Well, they are in April.
They are in April now.
They are in April now. Okay, so I think that's it. We're gonna we're gonna go to the harmony part, which is I don't know yet. So we'll find something with some lovely music behind it, just to calm down and relax and get centered. We hope that you have 2 joyful and happy weeks of crafting, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Rain is pouring down upon the memory of the storm. Worries in the hollows, regret is in the storm. You are not, you're not alone. you're not alone. High upon the mountain, fathoms from the sound, rising with the morning, are lost beneath the ground. You're not alone. You're not alone. If you ever lose out or break down in the cold, stranded on the side of the long and tired road, I would drive for miles out in the failing light, brave the wind and lightning, and meet you in the night. You're not